Hello, everybody. Greetings, 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 greetings. Listen, I really hope everyone is doing well. I trust that you are. I trust that you are doing well today. Mm-hmm. So, what I realized today, I was like, let me tell you something. I haven't gone live and done readings on YT. I'm like, I have a Facebook group. I have all this stuff. I'm like, I ain't even did that. So, since the clock app loves to discriminate, okay, loves to discriminate against me. Let's see who's all here. Hi, Kendra. Hey, Jax. Hi, Facebook user I.E. Lynette. Hey, Nine the Queen. Hey. Hi, Claudia. Hello. Hey, Rashad. Hi. Greetings, greetings, greetings. So happy to see you. So, we're doing readings today. And so these are paid. Hi. And so if you would like to go ahead and get on the list, honey, go ahead and slide on over and get on the list. Okay. Let me look over here. Give me 1 second. While you are here, we have hi. While you are here, I do want to let you know that we have a class at the end of this month. It is a curse breaking class. So if you are interested in learning how to break generational curses, energetic curses, hexes, all of that type of stuff off of you, your loved ones, family, all of that, you definitely want to go ahead and sign up for that there. Okay. And also, we have a good old Patreon community. And so you definitely should sign up for the Lighthouse so you could be a part of the Patreon community where we have our classes. We had a very great Ask the Teacher yesterday that was really good and really powerful. And so, and we had a very good weekly reading. All right. Because we do weekly readings, we have classes and things of that nature. So I suggest that. What's the deadline for the curse breaking class? Honestly, let me see. Let me see. Let me see something. So it's taking place the 30th. Okay. And for everything to be sent out, you probably need to be signed up by the 28th. I would say the 28th. Mm-hmm. I would definitely say the 28th. All right. So let me go ahead and check over at my good old list. I need to see who is over here on the list. And we will go ahead and get started. All right, so we got Michelle first. We got Micah next. Okay, Michelle first. And we have Micah. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Well, thank you. So for the reading. Yes. All right, so if you would like a reading, then go ahead and slip and slide on the list. The Cash App is right there on the screen. And there we go. Let me go ahead and start with Michelle. Michelle, are you here, Michelle? I think I pronounced that correctly. Dear God, that's probably Nine the Queen. Is that Nine the Queen? I think that is Nine the Queen. Yes, it is. Nine the Queen. All right. So are we doing a general? You want to see what falls down from Fourth the Spirit, or is it that you are wanting AOQ? Hey. Michelle. Where's Michelle? I'm gonna say Nine the Queen. Okay. Are we wanting a general, or do you have a specific question? Open to receiving messages. All right, we'll see what falls. I want you to know everyone they conduct their readings differently. I am clairvoyant, and so the spirit sends me images, and all the images and things have meanings. Let me go ahead and say my prayer 9, and we shall begin. Hold up. We shall begin. All right, here we go. Okay, 9. Let's start here. Let's go ahead and start here. Yes, you can, Micah. Go ahead. So the very first thing that the spirit was showing me, they were putting an emphasis on your ears, okay? And so when they were showing me this, they were kind of showing me information going in ear, one ear and out the other, right? And so this lets me know that there's a blockage here within your throat chakra, okay? Your throat chakra has to do with your communication center, right? So when we have this happening, we are typically a person who have issues with communication. We either overly communicate, meaning our tone is very aggressive, all right? Or we don't speak up for ourselves enough, and or we have trouble being heard or receiving information. And I feel like you got some strong fire placements in your natal chart, and you don't like being told what to do. Okay? And so the problem with that the problem with that is when we operate with this energy or with this perspective of not wanting to be told what to do or being resistant, we are operating in an energy of being resistant to receive. Okay. And it's very, see, I knew it. Aries sun. I know. I know that's what it said. Do a job. Being told what to do is a serious issue. And so we have to be mindful of that, right? We got to be very mindful of that, because when we don't want to receive, or we always think someone is criticizing us when they're giving us information, that doesn't allow us to grow. That can really stunt our growth. So I want you to sit with yourself and examine the parts in your life where, listen, I could take heed to that information. You know, everything that everyone says is not them coming for me. All right. And so we also have to be careful of that. And with that overall blockage there, we also the being heard and speaking up. Right. Right. But you see, that's another thing. Sometimes we don't want to speak up. We don't feel the need to speak up, or we can't muster up the courage to speak up because of how we think we're going to be received or what we think the response is going to be. Right. And so we want to work on the throat chakra. How do you do that? Affirmations, meditations. Okay. You can do 2-minute throat chakra meditations, 1-minute throat chakra meditations. Also, the throat chakra has to do with blue, right? So blueberries, blackberries, right? You can eat those things. Crystals for that, lapis lazuli is an excellent crystal for that. But I really do think that it causes a whole bunch of issues for you because of the reaction that you believe you're going to get when you speak the truth. Okay. And the reality is that you got what needs to be said, because what ends up happening is that, and I'm going to jump over to this. They also brought up the heart chakra as well, the heart center, in that you have experienced a lot of betrayal as it pertains to your relationships and your family ships. Come on, family ships. Okay. And so having experienced all of those betrayals, it really shuts you down, right? And so this comes with abandonment wounds. This comes with, you know, just separation, period. All right. And so we also want to, in conjunction with the throat chakra, we want to work with the heart chakra as well. The heart chakra has to do with our relationships with ourselves and with other people. Okay. And so the same thing. There are meditations that you can do for the heart chakra. There's affirmations and things that you can do for the heart chakra. But that is those two in particular. All right. The next thing here is that the spirit wants to bring up your daily spiritual practice, and denoting that, you know, you could be better and more consistent with that. But one thing that you can add to your daily practice, and that they want you to add to your daily practice, is full body scans, right? And so what it is that you do, you said family issues. Yes, thank you for the confirmation. Yeah, because when you are betrayed by family, let me just talk about this. When you are betrayed by family, it really, really, really causes severe issues. Family betrayal really heightens the issues, y'all. Because your family is supposed to be the ones that you trust, right? You have the expectation that, you know, people cheat on you, friends can be deceptive, but the family, they are supposed to be the ones that you trust. Alafia Iadania. The family's supposed to be the ones that you trust, okay? That they're supposed to be the ones. They brought you into the world. All of the messaging has been your family's all you got. Blood is thicker than water, so forth and so on. And so when the blood proves to actually be the op, when the blood proves to actually be the enemy, everything comes into question, right? And so we have issues trusting the family, we have issues trusting others, and we then have issues trusting ourselves, right? Because we get gaslit with, that's your family, they're supposed to do this, they're supposed to do that. Get somebody else to do it. Right is right and wrong is wrong. There's a difference between your family and your tribe. Okay? You didn't choose your family, but you can choose your tribe. Let's look. All right, so a full body scan in the rising. So what you do is simply, when you wake up, before you roll over, get on your phone, close your eyes, take about 3 deep, slow breaths, And I want you to imagine that you are scanning from the top of your head, almost like those machines in the hospital, scanning from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. And what you're looking for is if there's any energy, any negativity. And if you sense in your mind's eye that in any one of those spots or places there's negativity, go ahead and envision yourself releasing that, right? That way you can check in with your body, because what it senses to me is that you have an issue with being present. Situations really pass you by. Life really pass you by. It's like, dang, it's Monday again. It's Wednesday again, because we have issues being present. And so you don't have enough time to process how it is that you feel moment to moment, right? So let's start off our day with that mindfulness, that full body scan, so you could get in tune with yourself and tap into how you feel. Let's get some ancestor cards here for you. If you're on the list, honey, you are on the list. Thank you. And there's another thing. I definitely take my time. Okay? I definitely take my time. All right? So go ahead, honey, get you a snack. Get you a snack. All right. Ooh, girl. What is this, honey? Trying to blow up the chat. Let me ban this person and delete their comments. Spirit, what do we have for the ancestors here? Ooh, exactly. You see, wait a minute, honey. Wait a minute. The cards is flying crazy. All right, so exactly what we talked about. Literally, the butcher knife shows up here. The butcher knife is literally about betrayal and backstabbing. And that energy right there is literally why the spirit was telling me about your heart chakra. All right, because that energy is very prevalent. And the other thing is too, we got the garden showing up here, is that even all the things that the people have done, all the things that the people have said, all of that type of stuff has all been conducive and necessary for your growth and development. Okay? So know that to be true. Know that to be true. So to hold resentment, this is why the ancestor Aunt Honey is coming up here. All right? Aunt Honey is the ancestor of judgment. All right? So everything that has happened has been for your growth and for your development. As crazy as it was, as messed up as it was, because it occurred and you did not die from that, it was literally meant to grow you, right? And so sometimes with this Aunt Honey coming up here, people who have wronged us, we really hold them accountable in our energy forever. And we judge them, right? We think that if we let go of how we feel about what they did, we think that means that they get away. And so we hold on to that. But the problem is, it is holding poison in your body, expecting somebody else to die. You understand that? And so the spirit is inviting you to work on the heart chakra to release that. Okay? To release that energy. Another side to this, or rather hopping over here, you also have some money coming in. I don't know if you're expecting some money, but the spirit showed me you opening up an envelope and money coming in from that. So if you are waiting on something, some type of funds or some type of deal or business or something to go through, it is definitely going through, and then you have money coming in for you. Okay? Kendra says, I be mad when Aunt Honey come up because I be wanting to fight. And she be like, take the high road. I be punching the air, sliding down the wall, screaming. Yes. Yeah. Because it is somebody else's, it's another court. The only person you can judge is yourself. You know? And this is another thing, y'all. If y'all do not get on the list for a reading, you don't have to get on the list for a reading for you to catch a message. Okay? You can definitely catch a message. And that has happened without fail. Every time we have been on here, we have definitely caught a message or three. All right? So, thank you so much. Yes, all on point, especially with the judgment. I feel I pass harder judgment towards those who betrayed me. Yes, Nine the Queen. And I get it. And I also want to say that that doesn't mean that it is that you're invalid for how you feel. However, when we're talking about growth, holding on for dear life to that feeling, to that experience is not helpful. It doesn't help you like at all. It don't help you at all. You know? Chris enjoyed because as soon as you came in to confirm business and money coming in. Come on. Perfect. Okay, we have Micah next. This is how the list goes. We have Micah next, Jessica. And then I think this is, oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Micah, Jessica, Marquasius, Lovely Shayna, and Chevy. Well, a Chevy to the levee. Okay. That be it, because I know I'm right, but I want to grow. Yes. Yes. Micah, what is the question, my dear? What are we looking into, Micah? Yeah, because when it get down to it, y'all, what is it doing? To be walking around harboring hate energy towards somebody or dislike or how, what does that do? You know, it doesn't progress you because it hasn't, right? You've been holding on to it with the same perspective and still feeling the same kind of way the whole time. You know, so we be like, what did that do? It's a gift from Mercedes Hershey online. Okay, got you. What does that do? Is Micah here? I know sometimes the comments can be delayed. Yeah, people be really upset. They be like, I'm not trying to look at this differently. I'm not trying to do this a different way. But then I'll be sitting there like, but you've been doing this the same way for all this time and nothing has changed. It has yielded the same result. Holding the same position has yielded the same result. I have 5 more spots available on my list, by the way. So if you want to get on there, go ahead and get on there. I don't know where Michael went. Okay. Well. Let me rearrange. Okay. Well then let me go with on until Micah comes back. Let me go and see Mercedes. Mercedes, are you here, Mercedes? Mind you, I'm live on 87 different platforms right now. And on the Clock app. Hey, Mercedes. Oh, hold on, Mercedes. Pause. I see Micah. Okay, Micah. What are we doing the reading on, boo? I'm sorry, Mercedes. I didn't see the comment. Because sometimes, especially with YT, it be slow. So, Mercedes, hold on just 1 minute, please. No problem. General, but also when am I moving out? Got you. Okay, Michael, let's go ahead and see what we got. The situation is very toxic. Woo. All right, let me say my prayers. Thank you, Mercedes. Okay, let's just start here, period. Let's just start here, period. Yeah, Mike, I think it's delayed. I think it's delayed. The chat is delayed. The situation is definitely very toxic, and it's building up. Okay, because the spirit kept showing me like an ocean, but the waves and stuff, it's like a tempest, right? Where it's like the storm all over the water, honey. The waves are crashing, everything like that. But this is the thing, though. Anytime when stuff starts happening like that, y'all, and this is for everybody to hear, anytime when things just really start getting intense, that is because there is a strong transformation that is literally getting ready to come into place. So the womb, right? The womb creates the conditions for the fetus to grow, to live, to thrive, to develop, right? Creates the conditions, the circumstances, the environment, right? And so when our environment starts to get real hectic and real intense, and things start to get real strong in all these different areas of our life, it is because the cosmic womb is creating an environment that is conducive for what you're about to birth, or that's conducive for the next step in the next phase in your life. Okay. And so all of this stuff here is an indication of a birthing that's getting ready to occur. That's why they say when women give birth, it is literally like this close to death. It's the same energy, the same intensity, because it is pushing life into the world. So you need to affirm yourself when things are operating and going on like that, that this is evidence that there is a strong, powerful transformation and shift coming up. What I feel as it pertains to the movement, there's an energetic blockage there. And so you need to do a blockbuster. All right. So it's an energy blockage. All right. You have to do a blockbuster working to burst through and break that energy there. Okay. When I send over your email, I'm going to attach a recipe, a working that you can do for a blockbuster. Okay. Because that's what's needing to happen here as it pertains to the finances and the moving out. What I do sense is that this is giving me winter time. Okay. As and time where you're going to be moving out of that space. And the reason why I say that is, one, I think it's going to be financially conducive. I also think that there's deals and things of that nature that come up for you around that time. And so that's what I'm sensing is going to be the time in which you move. But I do believe you have to do yourself a good old blockbuster in the meantime. Okay. Let me look at this. And also, I want you to make sure to work with the divine feminine energy that you have in your lineage. All right. And ask that the women, that the feminine energy of your ancestors and of your spirit team help to bring a close to this particular cycle. All right. And so your focus, Micah, needs to be that in the year of 8, when we get into January, right? Because this is the year of 7, 2023-7, right? Which is completion, right? And so you need to keep that as a part of your prayers, your affirmation, that there's a new beginning that is emerging in January of next year. Okay. What I will say is that we have wedding rings, which shows up here, and the wedding rings show up not necessarily to speak to you getting married, but to speak to the need for you to be really committed to your spiritual practices at this time. All right. Deeper into your commitment with your spirituality and your spiritual practices. Don't skip out on your practice. Okay. Because that is going to be a collective energy that's going to help you burst through and get to this next point and level. You got the OG here, honey. You got Edward Bias here. All right. Edward Bias is, of course, my father and the ancestor of business, which means that there is some good finances that are coming in. All right. Stay diligent with your saving. All right. But there's going to be some money coming in, and that is confirmed even with the mailbox here. All right. And the mailbox is some new information. So good things coming in. All right. In the process, you just need to know the proverb comes up, which is, what is a tree without the soil? So how it is that you root yourself, you plant yourself, what you base your decisions on, the thought processes is going to lead to the success. An example, if you are moving based on a scarcity mindset, thinking that time is running out and you're not going to have enough, you're going to yield time is running out and not have enough situations. But if you move forward with the mindset of abundance, right, that there's always enough for me, I have exactly what I need when I need it, then things are going to be birthed from that space. Okay, Micah? And so you just got to keep your eyes on your prize and keep your affirmations and your spiritual practice at the center. Thank you, Micah. Now I have Mercedes. And then I got Marquesius. And then I got Shayna. And then Chevy. Chevy to the levee. And then I got Kenyatta. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Chevy twice. I got Chevy, and then I got for Jamar, and then I got Kenyatta. I see it. All right, Mercedes. Are we wanting a general, Mercedes? Mercedes, watch me on the clock app. Are we wanting a general, or do we have a specific question that we want to explore and look into? Again, y'all, keep your wits about you, honey, during this live. Listen, because the spirit always has you exactly where it is you need to be. All right? Spirit always has you exactly where it is you need to be. Always, always, always. Please. Okay, I got you, Mercedes. All right, let me do my prayers, Mercedes, and we are ready. Mercedes, let's start here. I want to talk about the water placements in your chart. Okay, this is Cancer, Pisces, and or Scorpio. Do you know where those placements fall? You're not sure? Okay. I want you to get your natal chart. Okay. You could literally go on the internet and type in birth chart calculator. The only thing that you need is the only thing that you need is your birth date and your birth time. All right. And so with your birth time, you are able to find the exact placements of the planets and everything. Okay. So look up your birth chart, because you said one moment, no sound. Can you hear me on the clock app? Uh-oh. Dear God. Dear God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Purple Springs. I had a reading for him before, and he's legit. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you, Mercedes. Got you. Internet issues. Okay, all right. Can you hear me now, Mercedes? Okay, you can hear me now. No, the list is still open. I have 2 more spots. All right, here we go. So I need you to look at those water placements in the chart. All right. When you get your natal chart, look for the Cancer placement, the Scorpio placement, and or the Pisces placement. Okay. That is going to give you a lot of insight on your personal growth in this phase, in this season of your life. All right. So go look at those. Now, separate from that, the spirit showed me you in a boat, all right, except you were going in circles. And so the going in circles is due to you not following your internal navigational system, meaning your intuition, meaning your ori. You get into a space of you second guessing yourself. Yes, Lakia, yes, it's 20. You get into a space of second guessing yourself, and that keeps putting you going round and round in circles. All right? You don't need to second guess yourself because you are being led. Okay? And when you are being led, that means that the divine is leading you. So you got to get out of your head and get into your spirit. And when your intuition is telling you to do something, don't look for it to make sense. Because the brain, and catch this, everybody, catch this, the brain makes predictions based upon what it has experienced in the past. The spirit has foresight. So the spirit is telling you to do things in according to things that you have not seen yet. So your brain can't fathom certain things because your brain does not have that experience. So you got to listen to your intuition. Don't let your thoughts think you out of your spirit. Okay? Don't let your thoughts think you out of your spirit. I'm going to say that again until it busts somebody upside the head. Don't let your thoughts think you out of your spirit. Okay? Let me listen, Mercedes. Okay, Mercedes, the spirit showed me a cross being drawn on your chest. And when they show me a cross being drawn on your chest, this lets me know that you have sacrificed a lot for the people that you loved. All right? You have sacrificed a lot and have ended up being sacrificed. Meaning that you have sacrificed a lot and even yourself. You have been dying on the cross for the children, for the people, honey, for a long time. Okay? And the problem with that is there has not been a single person. The people don't die on the cross for you. The vast majority of the people that you have died on the cross for would not sacrifice anything for you. OMG, accurate information. Thank you, Mercedes, for the confirmation. And so because of that, it has put you in a space and in a position to where you feel used and betrayed. Okay? And you have been walking around carrying the weight of, I can't believe I did all of this for X, Y, and Z, and X, Y, and Z hasn't done anything for me. Okay? X, Y, and Z hasn't done anything for me. Okay? So, the spirit is telling you, you got to give that up. You have to give up trying to suffer and sacrifice yourself for people, because when it comes time for you to focus on what Mercedes wants to do, or nurturing and nourishing Mercedes money has been used up helping other people. Mercedes time has been used up helping other people. Mercedes energy has been used up helping other people. And so the betrayal ends up being a self-betrayal. And you betray yourself every time you overgive, overcommit, and overextend, knowing that the individuals are not going to pour back into you. So you definitely need to do some work on the heart chakra. No lies detected. Speed. Thank you. You definitely need to do some work on the heart chakra, because I sense there being a problem with blood pressure and or cholesterol, something with the heart, okay? Because of it. Because what goes on in the spiritual shows up in the physical. And the heart can extend to the chest area, period. So issues with the lungs and or with the breast, all right? And we don't need to develop any physical issues because we have an energy imbalance in that place. Hi, Michelle. How are you? So I need you to really focus on that and get that together. Okay? I have low hemoglobin. My healthy red blood is low. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And so y'all, when I or anyone, when we are talking about these spiritual concerns, don't think this is just mystical heebie-jeebie up in the air, up in the sky. No, this is energetic and it has a physical effect. Okay? So work on the heart chakra. Look up those affirmations, those meditations, my dear. So this stuff is not wearing you out like this. All right? We got, yeah, listen, you can't make this up here. Mama Lily shows up here. Mama Lily is the ancestor of healing. The butcher knife shows up here. The butcher knife literally is betrayal and backstabbing as a confirmation. The wedding ring show up here, child, as commitment, right? In reverse, being overcommitted to others and not committed enough to ourselves. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we have the light bulb here, which means that this really has unlocked an awareness to you, and you are not going to be doing that no more. So the ancestors just came forth here with a confirmation to what it was that we spoke of. All right. Focus on that, and you're going to be okay. Pour into yourself, nurture yourself. Commit to yourself first. Fill up your cup, and then, because the scripture, I'm not even a Christian, honey, but the scripture says, my cup runneth over. For the cup to runneth over, it has to be full first. Okay? Thank you, Mercedes. We got Marquacious. Hey, yo, it's me, Q. What's up? Hey, yo, it's me, Q. How are you doing? Are you here? Hey, Q. After Q, I have Shayna, and then I have Cheverly, and then Jamar, then Kenyetta, and then Sunny. Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with pain. I see you, Q. Greetings. Q, are we wanting a general today? Are we wanting to look into particular questions? And if y'all are wanting to book a private with me, you can do that. You're going to book a private session. It's all in the what? In the bio, in the description. Okay. General, and will I be moving to Charlotte soon? Okay. Gotcha. All right, here we go, AOQ. Let's see what the spirit has to say. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank y'all for just hanging out here and being around. You know I love you down, 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 down. But I can't miss you if you're always around. Listen, y'all like Duran Bernard? I live for Duran. He has an old, it's I say it's old, but it's one of his older songs. And it's literally like, you know I love you down, 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 down. But I can't miss you if you're always around. It's everything. I said, sing Duran. Anyway, I love you down, but I can't miss you if you always around. Okay, come on. All right, here we go. I don't know why that song just popped in my spirit. Here we go. Okay, AOQ. Let's talk about this here. The first thing that the spirit showed me is you at sort of T-Bone Street. Okay. What this is an indication of to me is that you are indecisive. The spirit showed me you looking left, looking right, looking left, looking right. And this indecisive energy shows up in every part of your life. Indecisive and worried about making the right choice or making the wrong choice and ending up not making any choice. Okay? Indecisive. And what this is a confidence issue. Okay? It is a confidence issue. It is an issue with your belief in yourself, your belief in your intuition, and your alignment with your Ori. Okay? We must get more connected with that, with our Ori, with our higher self, with our intuition. Okay? And so, in order to do that, I want you to work on 2 energy centers in your body, your third eye chakra and your solar plexus chakra. How you do that? Again, affirmations, meditations, they have stretches, it's all types of stuff. So read up on the solar plexus chakra, read up on the third eye chakra. All right. So this decision making, again, it isn't because you're going to make the wrong choice. It's that you just simply need to make a choice. So don't think about you making the wrong choice. Listen to your intuition and move according to that. The spirit also showed me, it's so interesting that they showed this to me like this. They showed me a tree that was catching fire, right? But it was catching fire little bit by little bit. All right. And what's interesting to me about this is little fires everywhere lead to a massive fire that you cannot control. Okay? And so for you, you can't let things slide, because you let things slide here, then it's going to start sliding here, then all of a sudden everything's going to be slid. All right? You definitely say affirmations. Yes. So just focus them on the third eye chakra and the solar plexus chakra. All right? And so this also lets me know that sometimes you don't address things as soon as it comes up, and you wait a little bit, and then it builds up and it builds up and it builds up, and then everything's ablaze and you are at 1 million, and now we're at a place of no return. All right. So the spirit is really wanting you to address things when it happens, so that it doesn't end up being a bigger and larger thing. All right. But I keep coming back to this third eye and this solar plexus. All right. Those being the main areas of concern. Give me 1 second. Are you in a space, AOQ, where you feel backed up in a corner? Because it just feels high pressured. I definitely keep my mouth shut sometimes when I need to speak up immediately. It feels high pressured. What do you have to say? Let me listen. Almost like you're pressured to move or pressured to make a decision quickly. And that pressure is aiding to the panic and that indecisive energy here. Okay. So what comes up here in the Ancestor Oracle here, we have the toothbrush. And when the toothbrush comes up here, it talks about self-talk, right? And so it showed up in reverse. So this is denoting negative self-talk, all right? And so negative self-talk can come in the form of you talking bad about yourself, or you affirming that, or not even affirming, but saying things like, I should have did this. I just should have went this way. I should have just did this, that, and the third. I should have, you know. And that is really negative, and that's not helpful for you. It's not helpful for you, because the shoulda, woulda, coulda, mighta, didda, didn't. It just didn't happen, okay? And so for whatever reason, it didn't happen. So you can't be so negative towards yourself and where you are positioned, because there is power in your position. If you are not moving, it is because it is not time for you to move yet, which is why the stop sign shows up here, okay? If we look at that intersection that the spirit was showing me right at the beginning, that T-bone, we put a stop sign there. You don't run the stop sign, right? Because if you run the stop sign because we're so in a rush, in a hurry, because we think we're running behind, you run the risk of a collision, okay? You run the risk of a collision. And so if the opportunity has not been presented for you to move, don't try to forcibly move, because you run the risk of a collision. Red light, stop signs, that all serves a purpose, because there are some things that need to pass by you before you make that move. So we need to work on patience. So I'm going to add in the root chakra to that as well, because you need to get grounded and understand the power and where it is you have been placed. And that's a message for you and a message for a lot of people on here across the platforms. You need to find power in your position, because there is a reason why you are still there. And so we got the magnifying glass, which shows up here. And when the magnifying glass shows up, this is an indication of missing something, right? We haven't gained the lesson from where it is we are, because we're too focused on getting to the next place. So this is a clear indication to me that the spirit still has something for you to gain where it is that you are. All right? I feel like I'm behind in life, and I feel pressure to move forward. Yeah, you got to find power in your position, though. Who is telling you that? Who is telling you that you're behind? What is it that you are comparing yourself to? Because that comparison spirit be the main thing that will take us up out of here. Because we believe that we should be somewhere other than where we are. All right? So you got the solar plexus, the third eye, and the root chakra that the spirit wants you to focus on. You ask the question, will I be moving to Charlotte soon? Yes, she will be moving to Charlotte soon. We got the Ace of Swords here. However, we got Judgment here. This card in the tarot in particular talks about divine influence, okay? Which means, and I know this is maybe frustrating, but which means that this is not within your control when the opportunity of moving shows up. This means, again, that there is a divine purpose for you being right where you are. And you have to believe that. And so instead of asking the spirit, when am I going to move? What's going to be this step? What's that? Ask the spirit, what do I need to learn from my current position so that I may move forward? Did y'all catch that phrase, that phrasing? Spirit, reveal to me the lesson I need to learn in my current position so that I may move forward. Not, when am I going to move? What's the next step? Why am I not over there? Ask for the lesson, because all things are lessons that God would have me to learn. All things are lessons that the spirit, that the source would have me to learn. All things, even the things that are annoying, the things that I don't like, all of that. But what I do feel, AOQ, is that once the lesson is gathered, the move and the opportunity is going to be sudden. Like money is going to come out of nowhere, and the opportunity and the perfect place is going to present itself. But ask the spirit about the lesson, because this is what this is. It's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's something that you still need to see. Okay, AOQ? I know y'all be cussing me out. Here he come with this philosophical Ash. Here come with all this philosophical stuff. Yes. Because there's a spiritual message here. You receive it? Yes. Shayna. I got Shayna. Then I got Cheverly, and then Jamar, then Kenyatta, then Sunny, and then Carolyn. I love it. Tessa, you love it? Okay, Tessa. Hi, Shayna. You're here. Okay. Shayna's on the clock app. Greetings, Shayna. It's Carolyn. Okay, Lynn, I got you. All right. Shayna, let's see what falls from forth the spirit for you. Thank y'all for sticking around. Thank y'all for your patience. I appreciate your patience. I just don't be want to run off with y'all coin without substance, because I've seen people charge $30, honey, and be like, you got the Two of Pentacles. You need to balance your money. You all over the place. Get your money together. Thank you. And you be like, dear God, can you tell me how? Hey, can you tell me something like that? Is there something I can do? Yeah. Okay. And so I'd be like, ooh, child. And it is. And it is. This is who I have on the list. Just a reminder. Let me refresh this. Make sure it's accurate. Chevy, Kenyatta, Sunny, Lynn. We all need to do that. That part, TK. All right. Let me say my prayer, Shayna, and we'll get started. Ooh, child, Shayna, who is this toxic man? Oh my gosh. This thing, he done gave me a headache. There is a real toxic man that is either in your life or you have to deal with. Ooh, dear God, yeah. Or this toxic masculine energy. Oh my God. This man is just toxic. Father of my kids. Okay. This man is toxic and crazy. And just, dear God. Let me listen. And unreasonable. Just unreasonable. It's like you are just, oh my God. Just don't, just good God. Good God. Yes, can't get right. Okay, I got you. So you definitely need to do a cord cutting, okay, with this individual. Because what I feel is that as the father of your child, right, there is going to be emotions present. The father of your kids, there's going to be emotions present. And I feel as though his presence and his foolishness is still having an unnecessary emotional effect on you. And so you need to do that cord cutting ceremony to sever that energy for yourself. Okay? Yes, I had thought that this morning. Yes, so that's a confirmation for you to go ahead and do that. Okay. And you set the intention, you know, for it to be a peaceful situation. But this man is working my nerves. Working my nerves. The spirit also showed me an amphitheater. Well, not an amphitheater. Is that an amphitheater? No, not amphitheater. An arena. All right, but one of them old like Roman arenas. You know, like the Colosseum, like that. Um, and it showed me this energy. One, they want me to talk about the earth placements in your chart. Are you familiar with your earth placements? This is Virgo, Capricorn, and and Taurus. Are you familiar with where those lie in your natal chart? Ooh, dear God. Dear God, dear God, dear God. Some of these men, I was telling the lighthouse yesterday. Yes, Taurus. Where's your Taurus placement at, Shayna? I was telling the lighthouse yesterday. I said some of these men make me want to just give my prostate back. Spirit, take the prostate. Just give it back. I don't even want to do this no more. Dear God, some of these men, I'm like, just take it back. This prostate, y'all can have it. I don't want to have a prostate no more because I'll be over it. I'm like, these men, TK, I be wanting to give it back. Tessa, I'm serious. Taurus rising. Okay, got you. So I really want you to read upon your Taurus rising placement because the spirit is putting emphasis on that. All right. And this is going to help you. It's necessary for you to focus on your Taurus rising for you to get past or get through this stage in your life. Okay. All right. So please read upon that. I don't know all about the Taurus rising, but the spirit wanted me to highlight that because that's going to help you with the forward progression. Okay. So please read upon your Taurus rising and what is going on with that at this time. Okay. But this arena, this fighting, like all my life I had to fight. It seems like everything is a hassle and a tussle in your life, and you need to invite in some ease and some relaxation. I feel like you always have to square up with life. Okay, I feel like you always have to get in there and square up. All right, it's just like, now, why can't this be easy? Why does this have to be this, that, and the third? I want you to do a cleansing and a road opener working. You need to do a thorough cleanse. We have a peace and positivity ritual that is taking place at the end of this month that you can sign up for and be a part of. All right, so y'all can go to the link and you can sign up for the peace and positivity ritual. I think it's like $25. I think it's like $25 to be a part of that. Let me see. Peace and positive. No, it's 30. It's $30 to be a part of that. All right. Go ahead and sign up for that. All right, because that is definitely going to help you. And then I would suggest you do a road opener, honestly. But above all of that, let's do this peace and positivity ritual because that right there is important. All right, because it just feels like you need to be clear and cleansed. All right, but I would definitely suggest you to do a spiritual bath, a couple of spiritual baths, at least 3 spiritual baths, and do a road opener working. If you don't know how to do that and you want me to teach you and tell you all the ingredients and things, because I can't be giving all my stuff away on the live, You can also book a root working consultation, and I could give you all of the things. And the good thing about the root work consultation, y'all, is that I'm giving you the recipe. You use it forever. You know what I'm saying? And so I definitely want to encourage you to do that. Okay? Let me listen. Now, where is the vision board? All right, because I am losing sight of the goals. And when we don't have our goals clearly defined, we live through life thinking that we're not doing anything, thinking that we're not accomplishing anything. Okay? And that is untrue. And we also don't feel as though we're working towards anything. Okay? So we really have to be very, very mindful about that. Where are the goals? Where is the goal setting? We need to create a list of our goals, create a vision board, see it, and manifest that thing so we know that we're working towards something. If Queenie is on here, she did a vision board, a monthly vision board. And that was a powerful practice for her. You don't have to do it monthly, but you need some type of vision board, Shayna, because you got to see it. All right? And a list you can check off things so you know that you are accomplishing things and moving things along. Yes, that's something I need to do. Yeah, please, because that's going to invite some more positivity in your life as well, because I feel like you are prone to feeling stuck and stagnant, but it's simply because you have not put yourself in the position for that, to feel encouraged. Lastly, we got the river here. Take me to the water. Take me to the water. Take me to the water to be baptized. So the river shows up here to talk about this being a time of renewal and rebirth, renewing the vision, renewing the mind. I want you to listen. I need you to be renewed. Okay. I need you to change the hair color. Listen, I need you to refresh yourself. I need you to redo do your vision board. We're in the spirit of renewal. All right. And we are rebirthing a better version of ourselves. I want you to pray also to the divine feminine energy within your lineage for them to help you to bring a close to this particular cycle, especially with the father of the kid, so forth and so on. Bring a close to that cycle. But this is your goal. This is your baseline. Renew and rebirth. I'm renewing my life and I'm rebirthing myself and rebirthing my home, rebirthing my emotions, rebirthing my energy. Okay? So a part of your deep search and your YouTube and your Googling is, how can I renew myself? YouTube, how do I rebirth myself? How do I embrace renewal and rebirth? All right. Also, when you look at your chart, look to see if you have Scorpio, because Scorpio is all about rebirthing. And this is speaking to this energy. Okay, Shayna? One thing I'm going to do is give y'all homework. Okay? If I don't do anything else, I'm giving you an assignment. An assignment or 4. Okay? Anytime the spirit brings forth a message or a prophecy or whatever word you want to call it, there should always be an instruction given. And so you don't always have to get readings from me, but if you go and get a reading from someone else, make sure to ask them, what do I need to do? What is my instruction? What's the next step? All right. Or rather, not the next step. What am I supposed to do with this information? Because there should always be something for you to do that's actionable. Okay. Thank you, Shayna. Peace. Peace. Ooh, child, I'm moving slow, but I love y'all. All right. So now I'm at Cheverly. Hey, Chevy. And then I got Jamar. Where you at, boo? Are you on the YT? Are you on the clock app? Thank you, Shayna. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Chef. Greetings. All right. You on YT? I see you, boo. And look, before y'all talk about me, I know there's a stain right here. All right. And guess what? Get over it. I had me some tomato soup and it dripped right here. So get over it. Thank you. Now we can move on. Because I felt, what that lady say? I feel your eyes and I hear your voices. Get over it. Okay? They be like, ooh, that stain. Yeah, it's there. And what about it? You gonna come clean it? Oh, okay then. All right. Now that we got that out the way. All right, Sharon, let me go ahead and say my prayer. Darcell, ain't nobody seen that? Oh. Well, I did. I'm just making sure. I got you, Chef. I just want to make sure. You see, I'm going to talk about me before you can. Okay? No, Jack's probably seen it because Jack see everything. Can't even see the stain. Y'all can't see the stain? Okay, well, good. I'm just making sure. Zoom in so the blind lady can see it. Okay, Justina, please. Here we go. Let me say my prayer. Cheverly, let's start here. Can you stop piling on tasks on top of your head before your head fall in? Piling on, still got to do this. I got to do that. How this feel? This here. How you feel? What's that? This here. The piling. The Spirit showed me a roof with snow piling up on top of it. And it's dripping down. It's getting ready to collapse. Okay, Cheverly? Please. Please. Please, Cheverly. Please. Because what happens is you try to think about 5,000 different things at one time. And this shows up in different areas and aspects of your life. It shows up in you getting emotionally overwhelmed also. Like this. And this is not just you. This is for other people. I've given this example before. You stub your toe. Okay? I'm pissed and I'm in pain because I stubbed my toe. But now I'm mad because I stubbed my toe on this table and this wasn't even the table I wanted. I'm mad because the table is too big for this space. I'm mad that I'm living here. This is not the place I wanted to live in. Why didn't I move to this other place? And I would have been able to move into that other place if it wasn't due to racism and my family was able to build generational wealth. Now I'm mad at the slave masters for capturing okay, you see how we have compiled all of these things and connected all of these things together. And so we're mad about everything. And now what was I just stubbed my toe. I'm in pain. Let me acknowledge that I'm only feeling like this because I stubbed my toe. Is now you're at Washington trying to storm the White House for reparations. You see what I'm saying? It's the accuracy for me. Trace said, that's my type of spiral. Okay. You want to read it? I don't have time right now. You could book one in my bio too, boo. And so it stacks on and it piles on like that. Okay. And so then what is a simple issue turns out to be, it feels so huge. It feels like a monstrosity because it's like connected to 1612, girl. You know what I'm saying? And so what you must focus on is making things be about what it's about and nothing more. You also need to focus on prioritizing. Don't get yourself in a space about things that you can't do anything about yet. Okay? Because you're just taking up mental space for you. All right? Priority, and I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. So y'all listen with your good ear this time. Priority is not about what is most important, because to you, everything is important. Priority is, what can I do right now with the resources I have at this moment? If I gotta wait 2-3 weeks before this money come in, if I gotta wait until Christmas for this, then we don't need to be thinking about that. That doesn't take priority. All right? Because we gotta sort out the mind. And also write things down, Cheverly. Have it written down and focus just what's on that priority list, because you keeping it all in your head is going to turn you into another opportunity to overwhelm. Okay? Let me listen. All right. So, interestingly enough, I said, let me listen. So the spirit is also bringing a focus onto your throat chakra, Cheverly, and the throat chakra, as the communication center. Okay. And so with that communication center, it is to say that there are issues with being heard and understood, because they're putting emphasis on the ear. Okay. So an issue of being heard or understood, and or hearing and understanding others. Because when you have made up your mind about a thing, Cheverly, it's hard for you to see it another way. And that produces problems when it comes time for solution, right? That can produce a problem when it comes to conflict resolution, because you can't see it no other way, and you trying to figure out what's wrong with them because they can't see it how you see it. And so everybody must be wrong and don't worry about it. Not quite. Okay. So I want you to focus on your throat chakra so that you can improve your communication skills. All right. So you can work in the space of conflict resolution, not conflict. They have to yield and then it's resolved. Okay. We want to work on that. Spirit, let's get some ancestor message for Cheverly. We want to work on that. I needed this laugh and this read because we know it's true. You know, we know it's true, and that's just, it is what it is. But that's why we're growing. We're growing. All right. And so we have Aunt Savannah at the bottom of the deck. Aunt Savannah is the ancestor of balance. All right. And Aunt Savannah represents Virgo energy. All right. And so Aunt Savannah shows up in reverse, which lets me know that we need to work on the balance. Balancing things out. This is a confirmation of what it was that I was saying. All right. Something about the balance. Something. Balance within self. Balance within the mind. Prioritizing. Okay. And so the order is after Cheverly, it's Jamar, then it's Kenyatta, then it's Sunny B, then Carolyn, and then D. Okay. That's the order we got. Okay. So I'm trying to see here. I'm gonna tell you some herbs that you need to work with to help with this balance. You're a Virgo? Okay. Because when you purchase the Ancestor Oracle deck, y'all, which are my Oracle cards that I created, all right, there are herbs and crystals and everything connected to these. All right. You want to get you some Whorehound, and you want to get you some ashwagandha. We want to work with that. Whorehound herb and ashwagandha. You're a Virgo? Okay. Where are your air placements also, Cheverly? This is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Where are those placements at? Clock app. I'm also live on YouTube. So if you want to go over there or you want to watch this back later, you can watch it back on YouTube, by the way. Wherever the air placements are, Cheverly, the spirit also wants you to look at those. You're a triple earth, Virgo, Taurus. Dear God. All right, but pull up your natal chart. Go look at your full natal chart to see where the air placements come in. Oh, Libra in your sixth house. Libra, in what planet? Oh, oh. Okay, so but please look at those because that's going to be very helpful in your Venus. Venus, good God Almighty. So please read deeply on that at this time, because that's going to help you. That is going to help you with the balance. All right. And the last message here for you is that at this time, because there may not be anything for you to do, the Spirit wants you to incorporate. Oh, hold on. Let me hear this clearly. Hold up. Ooh. Okay, so there's some people in your life that's going to act up. And so the Spirit wants you to be in the spirit of observation. All right? Observe. When you see somebody moving funny, observe. Because you are not wrong. Your intuition is trying to tell you something. And to that I say, the proverb came out, all monkeys cannot hang on the same branch. Okay? So the Spirit is going to be revealing some things on some individuals. And so you better watch. Okay? I got Jamar. Jamar, are you here? Thank you, Chevrolet. Let me go ahead and close my list here because somebody done tried to sneak in. Let me go ahead and close the list, y'all. Is Jamar here? Mars. Hi. All right, Mars. Thank you. After Mars, I have Kenyetta, then Sunny B, and then Carolyn, and then D. S is a D. Thank you. Okay. Mars since 86. Come on, Mars since 86. All right, let's look. So Mars, do you know where the air placements are in your chart? This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Because the Spirit is putting a focus on the air placement. If you don't know right off, make sure to please go look at those placements, because it's going to provide some detail that you may be missing. Speaking of that, the Spirit kept showing me this ceiling fan, okay? And when the Spirit was showing me this ceiling fan, oh, there you have it. There you have it. Gemini in the 5th house, in the sun, and Chiron. Dear God. Libra in the 9th house. Dear God. Yeah. You air down. That's why they're showing me this in this way. All right. So the Spirit was showing me the ceiling fan, and the Spirit kept showing me you hitting your head on the ceiling fan. The Spirit said it is because of your air energy that you may lack awareness. Sometimes The way that you communicate can be stronger than you think. Aquarius first house ascendant. So you had nothing but air at this point. Sometimes the way that you communicate or the way you come across can be stronger than you realize, right? And sometimes because of this air energy, you can be up in the clouds. Okay. You can be in your own, you done floated off somewhere, be in your own space. And so what the spirit recommends for you is that you learn some mindfulness techniques. All right. There's a book that I'm reading right now that's really good. It's called You. Oh, it's backwards. Hold on. Let me flip my screen, mirror my camera. It may look crazy for a little bit. But it's called You Are Here. All right. Don't even, if you think I'm going to pronounce this name, I'm not. But it's THICHNHATHANH. You Are Here. This is a really good book about mindfulness and mindfulness practices. So I want you to look into some mindfulness practices, okay? Because I believe that that is going to help you be more in alignment and in tune, because with all this air energy, you tend to be outside of awareness. Not that you're gullible or easily deceived, but sometimes you can be in your own lane, in your own realm, all right? And people can feel disconnected from you because you be in the great somewhere. All right. And you are also a very brilliant person. And so you tend to take one thing and really expand it. And you have an intellectual spiral. All right. Which can lose people. All right. You have an intellectual spiral, which it ain't nothing wrong with having an intellectual spiral. But, you know, we want to connect, and people would like to be able to follow along with what it is that you're thinking about. People would like to be able to follow along. Okay? Let me listen. Okay. Mars says, I'll try not to spiral because that's definitely me. What they showed me, they're putting an emphasis on what is popularly known as shadow work for you, but they want to redefine that. They want it to be called, well, we redefined it, but they want you to look at it as what we've redefined it as. We've redefined shadow work as journey work in the lighthouse. Okay. The lighthouse know that we really don't say shadow work anymore. We say journey work. All right. We say journey work because it is about getting in awareness as to all of the things that have led you to be who you are today. Okay? Journey work. How did you get from point A to point 375 million? Okay? And so I want you to spend some time as a part of your spiritual practice writing your life story. What you can remember, how things made you feel, where you learned, what you learned. I want you to spend time writing and rewriting your story. You could take it part by part, piece by piece. And when you do that, I want you to sit down with a trusted loved one and expand those things. Someone you trust that knows you very well, and expand those things and say, I wonder how this particular event formed how I am today, or this particular thing, and expand that. Now, the journey work is not always negative. It's not always like diving into the depths of your trauma. It's discovering awesome things about yourself, why you think the way you think, how your mind is set up, how your brain is set up. But the spirit is definitely calling you in this season, okay? The spirit is also talking about either back problems or like problems with the back. Have you been experiencing any back pain? Because this is also connected to the root chakra as well. But it's almost like back realignment. When's the last time you've been to a chiropractor, Mars? Yeah, when's the last time you've been to the chiropractor? Yeah, I've been having some and I've never been. Mars, take your tail to the chiropractor. Okay? Get to the chiropractor. You can go to the joint chiropractor for $29 a session. Okay? I feel, you see, what happens is our spine is electrical, right? Our spine sends electrical pulses all throughout the body, is connected to the brain. And so when we have the funds ain't funny, well, guess what? We're gonna decree that it's gonna fund soon. We're gonna decree that the funds are gonna fund so that you can go there. Or even you can do some stretches and some things for your back yourself. Okay, you can watch videos in that. But what happens is when the spine is out of alignment from a spiritual perspective, the energy is not flowing through the chakras as they should. It's stagnant. All right, and so it manifests in the form of pain. All right, and so until you are able to align that, you can do stretches, you can pop your back, you can do those things, right? But and you can do root chakra work. All right, the root chakra is about your stability, it's about your foundation, it's about grounding, right? And root chakra also has to do with funds and finances as well, and security, financial security. So if you're having problems in those areas, it's manifesting in the misalignment of the back, in the back pain. All right. And so let's work on the root chakra by way of affirmations, by way of meditations. All right. So that we could just invite that energy all together. I would suggest, if you have any crystals, to work with red jasper, and or tiger's eye. All right, because those crystals in particular are really good for grounding and stability. I also would recommend you eating red food, be it bell peppers, tomatoes, root vegetables, okay, as well, things that come from the roots. All right. And getting into that energy, even embracing the color red more into your style, what you wear, bracelet wise, anything of that nature. All right, so we can activate this root chakra. Let me just pull a card here for an ancestor message, and then we're on to the next person. You got gardens and seeds, which is literally about growth, literally about root, literally about that. Husband Mars are not together today. No problem. So you're in a space where we're growing, where growth is what this is about. And in order to grow, we have to do the work. We have to dive into it, do that journey work with your lovely wife. Y'all can sit down and expound and express that. But the ancestors, like, we're in growth here. We're seeds that we have planted are also getting ready to start coming up to the surface. Let me just confirm this real quick. Yeah, absolutely. We got the Ace of Pentacles. Wait a minute. This means new funds coming in. All right. So the manifestations are getting ready to be manifesting. Work on the root chakra. Bring that into fruition. Okay, Mars. Thank you. Next on our good old list, we have Kenyatta, and then we have Sunny, then we have Carolyn, and then we got Essence of D. I thank y'all for your patience. Kenyatta, are you here? Uh-oh, am I frozen? Am I back? Okay, you're here. Okay, I'm here and I'm ready. All right. All right, what are we reading on? What are we reading on? Thank you. Peace. Peace, Mars. Thank you. General. Got it. After Kenyatta is Sunny, Caroline, and then Essence of D. Kenyatta, where are your water placements at? The spirit is drawing an attention or a focus to water placements. What they showed me is you jumping headfirst into this body of water. Okay. And so this also lets me know that with the water being present, water is definitely of divine feminine energy. It's a divine feminine element. All right. And so we just are in the midst of this Cancer new moon. All right. And so there's a lot of need to connect with the feminine energy. Okay. And so with the feminine energy, this is about nurturing. This is about taking care of yourself. This is about with all of the things that you are wanting to do, all the things that you're wanting to step forward in or step forward with. You need to be in a certain level of wellness to do that. All right. You need to be at a certain level of wellness to see that through. And I feel like, hey, you stay doing, and not enough being. You said your Aquarius is in Venus, Pisces in Mars. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes. Pisces, Mars, Aquarius, and Venus. Dear God, I stay doing all over the place. Strong Capricorn energy. And you know, that be that thing. That be that thing. And you care for people a lot, and you do a lot for people to your own detriment. And that is the problem. It's okay to give out, but you got to give in as well. All right. So I definitely want to encourage you to do that. Put your energy there. Ask yourself, in what ways can I mother myself? In what ways can I nurture myself? Can I take time for me? If that means that my phone goes on Do Not Disturb at 7 p.m., it goes on Do Not Disturb at 7 p.m., Monday through Fridays, or whatever. If that means that I'm unreachable on the weekends, because that's my wellness weekend, then that's what that means. All right. If that means that once I get done with work, I give myself permission to go home and spend 2 hours doing absolutely nothing, watching trash TV or whatever, and that is me resting and rejuvenating myself. Whatever that is, I want you to create you a doable wellness plan for you to pour into yourself consistently. All right? Because again, you are an amazing humanitarian. That's your Aquarius and Venus going on here. All right? You have your Pisces and Mars, which lets me know Pisces are very, they be acting up sometimes. Wife's a Leo, it'd be a lot. Thank you. Wait a minute. My wife and I have a 14-month-old. And we have an 11-year-old, 11-year-old, both boys. Oh my goodness. And they be acting up. Wife is a Leo, it'd be a lot. Okay, yes, Kay. So that's why you desperately need that. Desperately. Okay, you desperately need a wellness plan, Kay. Desperately. All right, because you're available. But with the Pisces and Mars, you know, Pisces energy is real imaginative, and that tends to be a little delusional. And so when it comes to the things that you do, you tend to be delusional about how much you can actually do and how much you can actually provide. You tend to be delusional about that. Tend to be delusional. Okay. And so you tend to do the most all the time. But that's okay. That's why I'm here to let you know we got to get that together. All right. But it's really about the wellness practices. Okay. Because with the Pisces, overcommit, especially in Mars, overcommit, overdo, overextend, over. And you don't want to be a liar. And so you do to your own detriment. You do to your own detriment. Okay. Pisces Oracle on the Clock app says, I feel like I came here at the right time. LOL. Wow. Yes. Let me listen. Also, you cannot busy yourself as a way to not deal with your emotions. You can't busy yourself as a distraction for how it is that you feel. You are speaking the serious truth, Darcell, not one lie told. Okay? Sometimes our busying is a coping mechanism. And there are some aspects of conversations, some aspects even of our lives that we don't confront or want to talk about because it's emotional and it's sensitive and it's tough. But that's a part of that diving into the deep. This is what I want you to do. I want you to take yourself to the park somewhere, take yourself out by yourself, I want you to bring with you a pen and a paper. And I want you to write down 5 hard truths about yourself, about your life, and about your family that you wouldn't dare say out loud. And I want you to sit with that, because the breakthrough that you seek is right where it is that you don't want to go. The breakthrough you seek is right where you don't want to go. And that's a word for you and for everybody else. All right? That's where the healing is. The healing is located right beneath where you don't want to be at, and what you don't want to talk about, and what you rather just move on, or we rather just take another shift. All right? I want you to do that. And you will discover in that time, with them truths, that there was some emotions and some feelings that you have not even fully sat yourself in. Understood. I know exactly what you're talking about. I would do that for sure. Okay. Good. Wow. Thank you a lot for that. I'll sure to do the assignment given. Come on, listen. I'm telling you, it'll bless everybody. 5 truths. We're like, dear God. And we have to deal with it. Let's get some ancestor messages for you, Kay. You know, again, I thank y'all for y'all's patience. I really do. I just really try to give what the Spirit has for me to give. All right, Kay. Here. We got Aunt Honey coming up here. Ancestor of Judgment. This is speaking to us, judging people in our lives, especially those who have either done us wrong. But the problem with that is that we are not the judge, jury, or the executioner. And so we will hold on to something thinking that it is our job to punish somebody or sentence somebody, right? And so we hold on to that energy within inside of ourselves. And as long as we hold you in ourselves as the betrayer, the liar, the this, the that, as long as we hold that view of you within us, then we are forever holding you accountable. That's what we think. However, when you do that, I said this earlier, it's like swallowing poison, hoping that the other person dies. It only affects you. Bitterness does nothing to the person that caused the pain. Bitterness acts as a cancer to the host. That's Dr. Maya Angelou. I know this is true because we got the haunted house, which shows up here. And the haunted house shows up to let us know that there are things from our past that we are still frequenting, even in our subconscious or within our energy, that we got to correct, okay? And this is going to lead you to, we got the light bulb showing up here, ultimate enlightenment and betterment within self. Ultimate enlightenment. And to know that you are covered and protected. This is Daddy T here. So these are the men in your lineage, the grandfathers, all right, the uncles, the ancestors, the uncles, grandfathers, all the men, the protected men. These men also could have been in the military as well, or they were some shooters, okay? Shooters, hunters, but are coming forth here to let you know that they got you covered and they got you protected. All right. So don't ever think for just 1 second you're not covered, because you are. It's some strong masculine energy in the lineage that's coming forth to let you know that. Okay. 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 All right. Thank you, Kay. I got Sunny. Sunny. Sunny B, I appreciate you greatly. I appreciate you. Yes, I have many of those. Thank you so much for that. Got me in tears. Oh, okay, don't cry. Purple Springs, I see you, boo. Thank you for your patience. Don't cry, Kay. Don't cry. You have many of those. Yes, it's the men. And for some reason, you know, the men energy, the male energy is really coming forth to let you know that they got you. So that's good. All right, Sunny B. After Sunny B, it is Carolyn and then D. And we'll be done. All right. Excuse me. Let me say my prayer. That's interesting. Sonny, the first thing that the spirit showed me was this vault, like this hidden vault. And then the spirit showed me you walking towards the vault, opening it and getting in and locking yourself in the darkness of the vault. But why a vault? Hold up. I've been in a dark season in my life with organized stalking, hacking phone, and technology. And my previous job had access to my phone's camera and microphone, and they mocked me. Okay, that's why they were showing me this vault, because one, privacy infringed upon, and two, you protecting yourself. Wow. Let me listen. So when you say stalking, how did that show up? What did they, it was access to your phone. Was it a part of the job requirement to have access to your phone? Oh. See. How did you, you said gang stalking. Got it. Now I'm curious. How did you discover this? They were mocking you. So like when you went back to work, they were mocking you, or they were mocking you on the phone. Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, verbatim. Dear God. Okay. So this is what I feel. One, I'm sorry that that happened to you. That is a shame. Okay, that should not, I mean, that was totally inappropriate, totally wrong, and that should not have happened. My concern here is that this has led to great levels of paranoia and has impacted your mental health. Okay, and so my concern here is yes, there are some spiritual, because the bathtub came up here, which um lets me know that there is some spiritual work that should be done here to assist here with you, but I'm more concerned with the well-being of the mind since having experienced that. I almost deleted myself, dear God. And that's what I'm saying, you know. And so sometimes people are just mean people. It doesn't have to mean anything greater than just that. Sometimes people do things that is just like unspeakable. And guess what? For what it is that they did, you don't have to worry about a vengeance, you know, and a payback, because everybody working gets paid, period. Everybody working gets paid. Everybody who does whatever you put out into the world, you get that back. But what is coming up here as a concern for me is your wellness, having had dealt with that. So have you been in therapy, or have you gotten therapy? Yes, they labeled you insane, and I don't like that. I understand. I understand. What I would suggest for you to do, as far as a spiritual practice is concerned, because this is more so, we had to do something with the energy, okay? Um, I would suggest you taking a spiritual bath, a series of spiritual baths. Write down these ingredients: burdock root, okay, and benzoin. Burdock root is BURDOCK, burdock, and benzoin, BENZOIN, benzoin. All right, I want you to do some burdock root and some benzoin. Okay. I've been talking to spiritual coaches, and they told me I need to unhex of what they did to me. Got you. Well, um, I would say the burdock root and the benzoin, because burdock root in particular helps with the mind, and it helps have um it cleanses and it helps to remove negative feelings about yourself. All right, so it helps to help clear the mind so that you can be in a clearer, healthier space. They said that they have a practitioner that is working against me. Really? How long have you been in the spiritual community, the spiritual space? Were you a part of a spiritual practice when this all happened? A month or so. Got it. And so when did this happen? Did the hacking and things occur? I've heard of the burdock root 3 times a day. Taking that as a sign for sure. Yes, Kay. Because I'm not necessarily seeing that, or rather that didn't come up for me. But if it is that you get the sense that someone has done something, I have a curse breaking class that you can sign up for, which is happening at the end of this month. If you go to the link in my bio, you can sign up for that. And I can teach you in that class how to do that. Okay, in order to take that off of you. But again, I want you to take a burdock root, and benzoin bath. Okay, give some of that burdock root, some benzoin bath, and I want you to do that for 7 days. Okay. Yeah, got you. I understand. They said they clocked their work. Okay. So that being said, I would definitely suggest you sign up for that curse breaking class, or if you want to book a root working consultation with me, we can go that route as well. But from what the spirit is needing you to do at this time, from what they're telling me, is to do a burdock root and benzoin bath. I want you to get those herbs and bathe in that consistently, because we got to have some peace within ourselves, especially if we're navigating through working and things that's being done. And the benzoin is going to help to purify. And so if there is energy that is on you from another practitioner or something, this will be a good cleanse for you. Okay? But that's really that's what the spirit is very concerned about. Okay, is your well-being, and also making sure that well, that's the thing, the well-being. Okay, and navigating all of this. All right, so benzoin is a great purifier, and it's going to help relieve anxiety and any mental stress that has occurred because of this. Okay. So that's what we need to do. Okay, Purple Springs. Because that type of stuff there, we don't need that energy to sit for that long. Do you deserve this? Why would you think you deserved it? As far as if you did anything to have had this experience? I don't get the sense of that. Do you feel as though you deserve it? Right. So that's why I say I wouldn't even go down that path and that route, because that is going to pull us into a deeper space. And so I'm just concerned with the wellness, right? But take that bath. I'm telling you, you're going to feel a lot better. Take those series of baths. You're going to feel a lot better. Okay? Carolyn, are you here, Lynn? And then I got Essence of D. Will they get their karma? Baby, yes, karma checks don't bounce. Karma checks don't bounce. That's what I was saying earlier. Everybody working gets paid. Karma checks do not bounce. All right, Lynn. Hold on, y'all. Let me respond to this email, Lynn, real quick. Okay, Lynn. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, Lynn. So are we doing a are we doing a general? Do we have a specific question? General? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see, Spirit. What do we have for Lynn? Lynn, did you have let's just start here. You want to tell your ancestors are like, girl, come on, let's connect. Did you have a grandmother, or do you have a grandmother that transitioned, a grandmother who was very like big mama energy, who like cooked, you know, the Sunday dinner, like that type of grandmother figure? Should be this like a grandmother, like grandmother, great aunt, grandmother in the grandmother sphere. Okay, well, she's definitely coming forth here. All right. Was she a lively woman, like to laugh, like to enjoy life? Okay, because let me tell you how they showed me this. They showed me Lynn, yes, okay. Yes, they showed me literally. I focused in on like a it looked like a roast or something on like this white plate, and they flipped the plate, and I could see the room. I could see like the dinner table, right? And it was like Sunday dinner type of energy. okay? And it's this older woman, grandma, big mama energy here, who's laughing and cackling, okay? And very much family oriented, family fun, family time, okay? And so definitely your grandmother is definitely supporting you and definitely wants you to connect. Do you have an ancestor altar up, Lynn? Yes. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So I want you to spend time with your ancestor altar, okay, this week, right? And cook a little Sunday. When you make your Sunday dinner, honey, cook something up that your grandmother would have made. And it's something like an essential meat, like it was like a roast. I don't know if that's meatloaf or roast or some essential meat. Make that and then put some at the altar, all right? Because like this, that was amazing to me because I've never really had it show up like that, an ancestor show up in that way and show me those things. But the energy was very joyous and very happy, right? And I could see her um sliding the plate down or passing the plate to you sort of as a little girl, like nurturing and feeding you, right? Which is an indication of her helping you and working on your behalf, okay? Holiness is right. Oh Lord, honey, was she holy? Okay, well, did she go to church? It may be my mom. She was well known for her roast. Oh, okay. Holiness. Yes, this is like all white. This is holiness. It's your mom. Okay, got you. Because it was like that. I am older. Got you. Got you. Got it, got it, got it. Yeah, but that makes sense. That's why it felt sort of like a grandmother to me. I got you. I got you. Okay. Yes, honey, this is holiness. Okay. And passing the plate down. So it was a signature me. So she was known for her roast. Got you. All right. So showing up here as a support for you. Let me listen. So do you have the family Bible? Like who has the family Bible? You have the family Bible. Got it. So do you have it at the altar? You have it at the altar. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. So what they are speaking to is you utilizing bibliomancy with them. Okay. And bibliomancy is when we say our prayer and we ask the spirit, God, ancestors, whomever, and you open up a page in the Bible. You flip pages, you open it up, you can flip it when they tell you to stop, so forth and so on, and read what's on that page. Because I feel as though your mother in particular, or grandmother, that we're talking about the mother, is gonna be sending you some good messages through there. Okay. And even if you don't align with a lot of the teachings, it is still a language. You understand? And I feel as though they're going to utilize that, especially because it's the family Bible with the ancestor name in it and all of that. You can utilize that as a communication tool. Okay? Let me listen. Spirit, what do we have? Understand, I asked this morning for a way to communicate. Gotcha. Come on, ancestors. We love when the ancestors come forth, honey. Listen. The altar. Literally the altar. Literally the altar. The altar showed up here as a confirmation. Okay. I also have ancestor oracle cards too. So if you want to explore those and utilize those as well. But they said to use that family Bible. And so that being said, listen to this. In addition to that, they just want to keep you reminded of a few points. All right. We are, or you are, what your thinking makes you. Okay. So if you think time has run out for you to accomplish some of the things, then time has run out. Okay. If you think, that you have an abundance of time, an abundance of opportunity, then you will have it. So your ancestors want you to be mindful of keeping a hold to your thoughts, okay? Keeping your thoughts in alignment, keeping your thoughts in check, all right? And trying to keep those as positive as possible. And they're going to be sending you, though, a lot of reminders, a lot of scripture with messages. And so when you open it, whatever you're drawn to, receive that message, okay? Who was it that passed of the stroke or had a stroke that affected this side, either this side of the brain or this side of the body? Something having to do with the brain. This feels like a stroke or something that affected this side. Your grandfather. Got it. Got it. Let me listen. Were you close with your grandfather? Did you ever meet your paternal grandfather? Yes. Okay. Because he's showing up here as a support system for you as well. You must have been really praying to your ancestors today. Because when I tell you they are coming through, they are coming through to be like, girl, we heard you. All right. Do you have a picture of him anywhere where he looks really good? I don't know if he's in a suit or he's dressed up. Do you have a picture of him where he looks really good? My sister has it. Your sister has that picture. I want you to get a copy of that picture and to put it on your ancestor altar. Okay? Because he's showing me that he said, he was like, he's showing me this picture where he's like, he looks really good. Like he looks sharp, baby. Okay? Put that up there because they finna be working with you. And you want to talk about the communication, you finna get exactly what you asked for. And it's going to be beautiful. Okay? And I could see them sort of surrounding you and wrapping your arms around you. That's my sign for that. They're showing that they love you and that they support you. And they also wish that they had the type of sense that you had to lean into this spiritual thing and they wasn't so afraid of it. Okay? Got it. Okay, Lynn. Woo! Lynn, it would be you to come through and shake the tables. It would be you to come through and shake the tables up. It would be you. Last but certainly not least, sorry, it's okay, Lynn. We got Essence of D on YT. Essence of D, thank you for your patience. Are you here? Essence of D, I see you. Carolyn, I have to tell you this. Pay very close attention to the teeth, okay? Any abscess or anything, make sure that you're doing some like oil pulling. You can do oil pulling with coconut oil because the ancestors are forewarning some infection or something that could be in the mouth or in the teeth. And so to prevent that so that you don't have any sickness or any illness that comes from that. Okay? And also be very mindful of your blood pressure. Make sure that you are doing all that you can to keep your health up to par. Okay? D, I see you, D. Give me 1 second. Lynn, that was for you, yes. Hey, kinfolk. Hey. That was for you, Lynn, yes. Okay, now I'm here for Essence of D. All right. Lynn said, I had an emergency visit to the dentist yesterday. See? See? So they want you to be, and you're not taking your blood pressure medicine as you should. That's what I'm saying. Your ancestors was not playing. Ooh, child. They was not playing. They was like, tell her. That's why I couldn't let it go. I was trying to move on, but they were like, pointed to the teeth and pointed to they're talking about the blood, the heart, the blood pressure. Okay, so get on that. And again, they're saying watch out for the infection. So use coconut oil and you can get some coconut oil from the store, put in your mouth, let it sit there for 2 minutes, then spit it out in the trash. That's going to pull that bacteria and keep infection clear. Okay? Got it. Okay, Essence of D. Here we go. You have no idea what this means to me. Thank you, Lynn. I'm happy to be of service. Here we go. Essence of D. Are we doing a general D, or are we doing one that is you have any particular question, or you want a general? Jasmine, I had a list, honey, and I'm at my list is closed right now. I got to get off. This is gonna be my last one. But cut the notifications on. Let Spirit lead you. Okay. Thank you, D. So you'll get the notification when I'm on again. Okay. Here we go. D, do you plan on moving anytime soon? The Spirit keeps showing me this airplane, and it's kind of like it's an airplane, but they're showing me like at the water, which also is sending me different ways. But I want to know about the traveling, either traveling or moving. Okay. Traveling or moving, because they want to talk about that. Okay. Give me 1 second with this. You have a desire to move or a desire to travel? Which one? Oh, you travel a lot. Okay. So what they're wanting to bring up, to move. Gotcha. All right. Good. You are going to be doing that within the year. Okay. You're going to be doing that within the year. And things are going to line up for you to do that. Okay. Within a year. I'll say that. All right. And so the opportunities and stuff are going to come forth. The funds, the place, the location, all of that's going to come forth here, because the Spirit is like, we're ready to get a move on it. All right. The environment that you are in no longer serves you, and it's time for you to get into a new space. So I want you to start manifesting and working on that. I want you to get you a good old vision board. Honey, I need you to hop on Zillow. I need you to start looking at some things and putting that into the atmosphere for you to move. All right. Put that into the atmosphere. Okay. Hold on. Let me listen here. Where are the water placements in your chart? This is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Are you aware of where those are? Because the Spirit is talking about your water placements and you needing to focus on your water placements, and for you to utilize water as a manifestation tool. Okay. And so D, what I want you to do is to, when you're taking the shower, when you're taking a shower or you're taking your bath, utilize that water, pray, set your intentions, do your affirmations, so forth and so on in that water. All right. And by way of doing that, what did you say? Scorpio and Uranus. Got you. By way of doing that, it's going to help to push your manifestations. All right. Water is a conduit, it's a purifier. Water represents flow, water represents movement. Okay. And so by doing your manifestations, your affirmations, your prayers in water is going to be something very, very beneficial for you at this particular time. Okay? Let me listen. So the spirit is showing me a birthday cake. All right. And someone cutting a birthday cake and handing a piece of this cake to you. I don't know when your birthday is, but whenever your birthday is, the spirit is like, we need to really celebrate this birthday and do it up. All right. Because you normally do not, you don't honor yourself enough. You don't celebrate yourself enough. Okay. And so the spirit is saying, we want you to take some time to really honor and really celebrate yourself. All right. I think that you spend a lot of time finding things that you can improve upon, which is excellent, but that keeps us in a state of critique. All right. In a mindset of critique. Okay. And so I want you to be very, very mindful of that, to where you're not in a space of just critiquing and critiquing and critiquing yourself. Instead, you are honoring yourself. All right. So find more spaces and more time in which you can speak highly of yourself and you can honor what it is that you have been doing for your growth and development. Okay. Let me listen. The spirit also says for you to avoid arguments and fighting. Now, D, I hope you don't be out here tussling, girl. D, you better not be out here tussling. But the spirit in particular is saying in this season, we really want you to avoid arguments, back and forths. All right. Avoid all of that. All right. I am not particularly sure why. I'm not sure why they are particularly saying this. But all I know is when the spirit brings things up, it's definitely something that's for our benefit. So I feel like there are either are situations or going to be situations where it's like I could pop off and lose it. And the spirit is warning you against doing that. My birthday was 5/22 and it was not celebrated. 2 months ago. I found out that my husband was cheating on this day. Dear God. Damn. I had to hit the key change. Damn. Oh. So I could see why you want to tussle, but they're saying tussle not. That's the message for today. Tussle not. We tussle not with flesh and blood. We tussle not with flesh and blood. Tussle not. Tussle not. They don't want you to lean into that. And this is also why you're gonna be moving, though, I feel. This is why I feel you're gonna be moving, because you are not the type of person that can recover from that. And be like, okay, it's all good. Oh God. So that's why this needs to be a huge focus on you. That makes a lot of sense. Ooh. Yes. D, listen. I pulled some ancestor cards here. We got Papa Peace coming up here, who's the ancestor of mindfulness, but of maintaining peace and calm over top of your head. Okay? And for you to be, you got to do what gives you peace. I need you to do a lot of peace practices. Okay? I need you to do, listen, you another one. I need you to take a burdock and benzoin bath. Use another one. Burdock root and benzoin. Benzoin. All right? Burdock root and benzoin. I need you to take to keep that spiritual bath. I need that once a week from you. All right? You can order some burdock root and you can order some benzoin. Because what they're telling me is we have the back door here, which is some unexpected shifts and changes going on, to which case this is why the spirit don't want you to engage in no fight, in no tussle, and to keep yourself calm and cool. All right? Because I would not be surprised if you are still finding out things or is going to find out more things. And the spirit really wants you to resist the urge to windmill, because it is not going to be helpful or conducive for the version of yourself you have been working really hard to keep. Okay? And to grow into. It's not going to be conducive. The other thing is, D, I know you're mad, girl, and you got the right to be, but the toothbrush come up here because your mouth is vicious. Your mouth is vicious. Oh my God. Your mouth is vicious, girl. And I get the sense, D, when you get to going, girl, you get to going. And it just leads to escalations. Okay? And we don't need no escalations. That's the Gemini in me. I can understand. We just don't need no escalations. Okay? So we're going to work on our peace. We're going to keep our peace intact and understand that you're not going to be in the midst of this situation long. The spirit is going to move you along. And yes, give yourself the compassion to feel how you feel about it. but also do what it is that you can to try to keep yourself well and in a positive position. What else do we have for D? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh, good God. Good God, good God. Oh, Lord, help. And I know, oh, Lord, help. I know. Because the severance card came up here, which is talking about cutting somebody off. We got the butcher knife, which came out, which is talking about betrayal and backstabbing, and the wedding rings, which came out here. So I know that all of this is connected to this. And the spirit wants you to take the position of observation. Just sit and watch because it's already complete and done. There is no bounce back. It's already complete and done. Okay? So protect your peace at all costs. At all cost. Okay? I also want you to drink cool drinks. No, nothing hot. No hot coffee. No, we need to ice coffee. We need to be in a cool energy. We want to drink minty things. So if you have a peppermint tea, I want you to make a peppermint tea. You can sweeten it, do everything you want to do it, but chill it. All right. We want to keep our energy as cool as possible. And when you take your spiritual bath, even though we want it to be hot and relaxing, we want it to be cool. It doesn't have to be cold, but we want it to be cool because this is something here that is going to bring a peace to your temperament. Okay? And so that's what we want to do, Essence of D. Ooh, child. I'm so sorry. Let that happen. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I received all of this. You've not said anything that isn't accurate. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all, I know I'll be telling y'all to do all of this stuff, y'all. But I'm going to tell you also. Woo, child! I know it's hard. Because when I tell you the Orisha would have to come down and tackle me, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. So I'm going to give you your flowers now, D, for the grace and the elegance in which you are going to handle this situation with. Because y'all may see me up on the news like spiritual teacher darcellandre caught throwing someone off of the balcony. More at 6. Spiritual teacher darcellandre blows up the neighborhood. He is currently in federal custody. Currently. Thank you, Essence of D. Y'all, go to the bio, sign up for the Peace and Positivity Ritual. It's $30 to be a part of that. Sign up for the curse breaking class. Join the Lighthouse. It's the Patreon. If you are not in the light, if you are not in the Lighthouse, I don't know what to tell you. And I got a surprise for them this evening. And they're going to love it. So click the link in the bio. Join the Lighthouse. All right. I love you so much. Grow forward, everybody. Grow forward. Do the best that you can, as often as you can, as well as you can. Do your prayers, do your spiritual practice, put yourself first. Do well and be well. Love, love, love you, Darcell. So thankful that TWC led me to you. I love the wellness community. I love Queen Poe. I'm so grateful for her. I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for the Lighthouse. I'm grateful for everybody being here. All right. Peace, y'all. I shall talk to you all later. Bye-bye now.